So I would recommend you to keep the following in mind before you go for your PM or APM interviews. These are some of the common mistakes that I've seen people make and would definitely help you improve and become better. Number one is delving straight into the answer before clarifying what the interviewer really wants to know. In your interview, you will definitely notice some of the questions being very vague and open-ended. Now here, asking the right questions to understand what kind of outcomes does the interviewer wants you to highlight is really important. And even in real world, as a product manager, you're often required to ask clarifying questions and determine the intent and the type of target audience so that your solutions are definitely something that could solve the customer's pain points. Number two, surging ahead without really asking or discussing things with your interviewer. This is again something that is really important because while you're solving case studies or product design questions, you will often tend to dive into very structured discussions with your interviewer, and you should never hesitate to discuss things with your interviewer. Ultimately, while you're giving an interview, you're expected to not go in a monologue, rather have a very friendly conversation and discussion with the person who's taking your interview. An example of this is, and in an interview, you might be saying that I think that we should focus on, let's say, a target audience which is of age group 18 to 23. Now, there could be two approaches here. The first approach is you've stated this particular statement as a fact. And the second approach is that you've stated it out there and then you've asked the interviewer about his or her opinion. So you go this way, that I think we should focus on age group 18 to 20, but what do you think about it? Now, the second approach ignites a collaborative atmosphere in the interview and is definitely a plus point that recruiters are often looking for. Number three, generally, people don't consider trade-offs and opportunity costs while coming up with solutions, and that is a big red flag. There could be 1,000 solutions to a particular problem, but ultimately, knowing that what are the real trade-offs and what are the demerits of your solution is really important. If you're not considering the trade-offs and the demerits, ultimately your solutions might lead to a problem for the entire company and might not be something that your company would want to take forward. So this is one mistake that is very common among individuals, to not consider trade-offs and opportunity costs and analyze those trade-offs and come up with a fair analysis of why your solution should still be considered in spite of the trade-offs. So make sure that you keep all these 3 pointers in mind while you go for your next interview and ace it.